Streetbeefs family, what it is, y'all, face with ya. Hey man, huge event going down this Saturday, 2 p.m. Winchester, Virginia. All spectators are welcome and invited. We used to keep kind of a handle on the spectators, but because we split our events up a little bit, we feel like we can handle a little bit more. So if you're interested in attending, hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, or the website. Again, everybody's welcome. Wanted to answer a couple things that I have answered several times before. And I actually shot this video last week when I seen the comments, but I didn't want to post it because I had just posted 3 other videos of me yapping. And I don't want to give you all that all the time. So there was a comment, I don't even know which fight it was. They was talking about one of the fighters in an MMA match wearing shoes. And oh my goodness, they was up in arms about it. Now, here's the trip. It's never the fighters complaining about that. Never the fighters. It's always folks that ain't even fighting that's got a lot to say about it. Which is fine, that's their right, that's their prerogative. Here's what I'm going to say to y'all, okay? We allow light sneakers, and we specify light sneakers, and we check your shoes to make sure they're light sneakers. That's one. But I think the bigger argument on our behalf that I would make is this. We've had in 15 years thousands of fights. Thousands, y'all. I don't even know the number. I just know it's thousands. And in thousands of fights, we've never had an incident where somebody got severely injured because their opponent was wearing tennis shoes. It's never happened. And in fact, if you go check all of our worst head kick knockouts, there's like 2 decent ones with shoes. They're not even in our top 10. Our worst head kick knockouts almost always come when people are barefoot, okay? And our all-time worst head kick knockout, the dude was barefoot, okay? You may say, well, it'll happen someday if you keep it up. But I would say to you, if it hasn't happened in 15 years and thousands of fights, when's it going to happen? At what point? That's all I can say. We allow light sneakers. The UFC, when they first started, allowed light sneakers, okay? I would say to you that having a light sneaker on actually covers the bones of the feet, which probably pads the impact a little bit and makes it a little safer for both fighters. I don't know that that's a 100% fact. What I do know is, again, light sneakers has never hurt anybody in all our years of fighting. So, that's that. Secondly, and this one here I've addressed till I was blue in the face. I've probably made 30 videos on this subject. But we're always getting new members, new viewers, etc. One more time, at Streetbeefs, we do not point fight. Let me say this to you again. We do not point fight. Let me tell you how to break that down. If 2 guys fight in our yard, and you're having to sit there and say, well, the one guy landed a couple more, so he would have scored a couple more points. No. No. The whole thing, when I made Streetbeefs, it was supposed to be judged like a street fight with gloves and rules. And what I mean is this. When you and your homies are at the club and see 2 guys get in a fight, you don't sit there and try to count who landed the most jabs. You leave the club saying, well, fighter A beat the fuck out of fighter B. Or fighter A clearly won that fight. And that's what we do here. Either somebody clearly wins or nobody wins. Okay? We don't play the point fighting shit. Furthermore, we do not count pity pat shots. All right. We don't mind if you're using pity pat shots to set other stuff up, to pace yourself, whatever. That's fine. We don't hold it against you. But we do not sit there. If we got one guy that's throwing a bunch of pity pat shots versus another guy throwing bombs, guess who's going to win? Unless it's just overwhelmingly in pity pat guy's favor. We don't point fight. Okay? People may not like that. That's cool. You don't got to fight for Street Beefs. You don't even got to watch it. But just like every other org on earth, we've reserved the right to run things as we see fit. And when I created this, this was my vision, okay? To keep the fights exciting and entertaining. Lastly, on top of the point fighting thing, we started out solving beefs, okay? And I wasn't going to allow two guys who had a serious dispute with each other to come to the yard and fight, and one guy be declared the winner because he landed 2 more jabs than the other guy. No. Okay? And even, you know, as we got away from the beefs, just with the sporting fights, same thing. It was a bunch of dudes from the street when we first started. We weren't playing the point fighting thing, okay? Who clearly won? Who clearly won the fight? All right? We judge on damage. We judge on power shots landed. We judge on control of the fight, etc. And of course, if it's MMA, we take grappling highly into consideration. So that's it, y'all. Listen, I mean, massive day of fight Saturday. I know I always say that, but there's a lot of warriors coming out to fight on behalf of Showtime in memory of him. I know me and all my sons are fighting. A bunch of guys from Neutral Corner fighting, like 8 or 9 of us. Bunch of big name guys, a bunch of dudes holding titles. Just so many people coming out to fight. Right now, we're looking like 50 fights. We'll see how it goes. Questions, comments, leave them below. You want to sign up? Go. Our website, Instagram, Facebook, etc. Do your sign up. Shout out and love to our gear sponsor, Zero Fight Gear. See y'all soon. Peace.